The secret to rapid, explosive growth is hidden in an ancient tale: the king and the powerful, deceptively simple chessboard. This story contains the ultimate secret to exponentially growing your money, your skills, and your influence. A king, thrilled by a brilliant new invention, offers the creator any reward he desires, setting the stage for disaster. The inventor reveals his strange, modest, but calculated request: not gold, but a single, tiny grain of rice. The powerful, destructive command: the rice amount must be consistently doubled on the second and third squares. The final, ultimate command: continue this doubling across all 64 squares, unleashing an unimaginable exponential curse on the kingdom. The king mocks the inventor, unable to comprehend the simple request's destructive potential. "Why not gold?" he booms. The calm, confident inventor simply smiles, knowing the mathematical trap is already sprung. The king's laughter is cut short. The royal counter desperately approaches the end of the board, but the entire kingdom's rice supply is vanishing before his eyes. The doubling demanded a price far greater than any kingdom could pay, a catastrophic, global drain on resources. The true magnitude of the disaster is revealed. The final squares demanded over 18 quintillion grains of rice. This financial catastrophe is the secret, powerful force of the universe that makes small things huge. It is compounding. This secret force transforms tiny beginnings into massive results, yet most adults fail to use it. You can master it now. Most successful adults falsely believe massive starting money or talent is required for monumental wealth and success. They dismiss the essential start, finding the tiny, early growth too slow and unexciting, labeling it boring. This mindset traps people in powerlessness, causing them to miss the true strength found only in the tiny, consistent beginning. Focus on this key comparison. Observe Maya and Sam, two friends whose financial strategies will reveal the core mistake. Maya commits to weekly consistency, placing a tiny amount into an account designed for exponential self-growth. Sam delays the start, believing he must wait for a massive, irregular lump sum like his $100 birthday gift. The initial results are misleading. For months, Sam's large, static pile appears visually superior to Maya's tiny, consistent amount. The moment of truth arrives. Maya's small, consistent contribution engages the powerful, self-reinforcing engine of doubling. Sam's large initial savings are dead money. They are static, earning nothing, simply waiting for an unpredictable future event. The core issue is revealed. Most people utterly lack the patience required to endure the slow, necessary pace of the tiny beginning. That small, early lack of patience becomes the insurmountable barrier to achieving the massive, self-sustaining exponential growth. This failure is a financial tragedy, but we possess the exact knowledge required to immediately correct this fatal flaw. We will reveal how the king's secret applies directly to your pocket money, making this ancient magic practical today. You are about to learn the 3 non-negotiable essential steps, starting with the first command: how to make your money actively roll. The second command reveals why time is not just a passage, but your greatest, most powerful compounding ally. The final command proves that relentless consistency will always defeat a large, but irregular, starting sum. This ultimate lesson combines patience and powerful action, forever resetting your definition of true success and wealth. Now, we dig deep into the core mechanism, starting with the simplest and most effective analogy: the snowball. Visualize the setting: a giant, snowy hill, your future. Your tiny handful of snow is your crucial first dollar. The critical first action: rolling your single dollar into a small, bouncy ball-sized snowball and giving it the initial, determined push. The initial stage is deceptively slow and underwhelming. The snowball's movement is weak and its growth is barely noticeable. After a significant time commitment, the first hour, the growth remains minimal, only the size of a single orange. This initial slow phase is the boring test that breaks most people. They quit immediately, labeling the process as useless. Patience is the ultimate secret weapon. In the next phase, the snowball's slightly larger size creates a dramatic, necessary shift in speed. The increased surface area allows the snowball to accelerate, gathering mass rapidly until it explodes to the size of a soccer ball. The growth engine changes. The ball added snow to its newly massive surface, ensuring geometrically greater returns on the next roll. The explosive core concept: the money you earned begins to earn its own money, creating a powerful, self-sustaining financial machine. This self-feeding, accelerating loop of growth has a name: the Snowball Effect, the ultimate compounding phenomenon. The key difference between saving and compounding, the profits, the new snow, must be immediately added back to increase the next starting size. The fatal mistake, taking the earned profits out, stops the compounding loop entirely, turning active growth into passive, static saving. The ultimate command of power, you must relentlessly feed the snowball, forcing every single piece of growth back into the core. The critical insight, your money is determined not by its sheer size, but by the total duration of its continuous, active movement. Transition to the next core concept. The physical hill is the most powerful weapon in the analogy, and its real name is time. See your life as a single, massive, snowy mountain. You are standing at the absolute peak, ready to begin the ultimate descent. A critical comparison. A 40-year-old has already used half the momentum. Their compounding journey is severely restricted. Their remaining rolling distance is drastically shorter, limiting the enormous accelerated growth phase at the bottom. The unbelievable advantage. As a child, the entire massive length of the hill is available to you, untouched and ready. Your compounding potential is limitless because the time horizon your hill is mathematically endless compared to anyone else. The crushing reality, even a starter snowball 10 times larger, is insufficient to overcome the massive time advantage of youth. The ultimate victory of consistency. You will eventually own the largest snowball simply because you mastered the art of starting early. This spectacular victory is powered by a single dominating force, the magical effect of having a long time horizon. Recall the chessboard. The slow, tiny growth of the early squares is deliberately deceptive and highly misleading to the impatient eye. Those small squares are the necessary fuse that gives the later, powerful, exploding squares the time needed to fully ignite. Warning: this foundational law of compounding is not limited to mere money, it applies to every single area of your life. Apply the law. Compound your knowledge by committing to learning 10 small, achievable new words every single day. The deceptive start repeats. Initially, the progress is painfully slow, limited to only a small collection of basic words. After a consistent month, the compound foundation clicks. The tiny words combine to form the first functional, simple sentences. The crucial breakthrough. Functional sentences generate confidence, activating the accelerated feedback loop of real-world practice. The compounding effect. The established foundation makes every new word twice as effective, boosting learning efficiency. Final clarity. This self-reinforcing, accelerating growth loop is the powerful, practical definition of compounding your skills. The compounding law applies universally. Use the small, daily commitment of reading for 10 minutes to conquer your goals. The inconsistent person fails. Large, sporadic efforts are always defeated by the slow, powerful accumulation of daily consistency. Final revelation. The most valuable and unstoppable superpower in the entire universe is relentless consistency maintained over time. Transition to the mind game. The hardest, most necessary mental shift is learning patience and trusting the invisible, slow process. The psychological attack. The start of compounding is emotionally difficult because the growth is tiny and inherently boring. The internal failure point, the why bother, voice is the instant reward impulse, candy, that triumphs over future growth. The ultimate delayed reward, planting a tiny seed now guarantees a massive, comfortable shade tree for your future self. The vast majority fail the test of patience, fatally choosing the immediate, small satisfaction of the candy. The true secret to success. You must develop the inner vision to perceive the active magic of the tiny snowball or first dollar. Trust your process. You must know that every small, consistent action is creating invisible, powerful compounding growth. The magic is real, even when completely invisible. You must operate on faith in the exponential law, not on current sight. Final command. Quickly internalize the 5 colossal, essential keys to unlock an absolutely amazing and successful life. Key 1. Your cash is a tool for freedom and security, never a shallow yardstick to measure yourself against others. Key 2. Reject extremes and seek essential balance. Enjoy the journey's process instead of obsessing over only the final finish line. Key 3. Never surrender control to critics. The valuable voices won't judge, the judgmental voices hold no power. Key 4. Use the powerful magic question to avoid the default path. If you wouldn't choose it now, draw your own map. Key 5. Reframe failure. It's not the end, it's a necessary hug from growth. Master the art of falling and immediately rebounding. The absolute truth. If you're not actively failing, you have stopped trying, and your growth engine has completely shut down. The root of all compounding failure and life mistakes is revealed. A single paralyzing force named fear. This enemy manifests as specific anxieties, fear of inadequacy, fear of public judgment, and fear of making the fatal wrong choice. The ultimate behavioral insight: fear is merely an emotion, and you possess the power to prevent feelings from controlling your destiny. Ultimate truth: your destiny is driven entirely by the choices you make. You possess the inherent power to choose bravery. The daily battle: every 24 hours presents a small, powerful choice. Will you surrender control or define your own path? The practical application begins now. Start small and question impulsive spending on things like shiny, distracting toys. The critical question to challenge impulse: is this action building my ultimate goal, unbreakable, future freedom? If you're deciding between studying all day and playing outside, ask, is this moment of rest helping me enjoy the journey? The solution is found in small, immediate action. The monumental task is broken down into tiny, manageable habit changes. The solution is found in small, immediate action. The monumental task is broken down into tiny, manageable habit changes. Ultimate insight: your spectacular future is constructed solely from the consistent, tiny choices you choose to make in the present moment. Final command: quickly internalize the 5 colossal, essential keys to unlock an absolutely amazing and successful life. Key 1: your cash is a tool for freedom and security, never a shallow yardstick to measure yourself against others. Key 2: reject extremes and seek essential balance. Enjoy the journey's process instead of obsessing over only the final finish line. Key 3: never surrender control to critics. The valuable voices won't judge, the judgmental voices hold no power. Key 4: use the powerful magic question to avoid the default path. If you wouldn't choose it now, draw your own map. Key 5: reframe failure. It's not the end, it's a necessary hug from growth. Master the art of falling and immediately rebounding. The absolute truth: if you are not actively failing, you have stopped trying, and your growth engine has completely shut down. These powerful lessons fundamentally transformed my life, and I know they are the immediate catalysts for changing yours too. This served as your personal roadmap for a future adventure. The next steps are to check out my essential videos on money and life design. Final imperative: hit the subscribe button immediately to ensure you never miss any of these vital secret life guides. Immediate next step: translate this knowledge into action by watching more of the recommended videos right now. Engagement command: declare your start. Share in the comments the exact tiny snowball you will begin rolling today. Heartfelt expression of gratitude for the viewer's time and dedication to learning this essential life information. Final farewell: commitment to future content and a closing command to always choose your uniquely powerful personal path.